Hey there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Affirmation Book, the podcast where we unlock the power of self-growth, mindset shifts, and manifestation. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right when it comes to manifestation visualizing, saying affirmations, meditating, but nothing changes? Maybe you set big goals, you try to stay positive, you even feel inspired at times, but then weeks, months, even years pass, and your reality looks exactly the same. I know exactly how that feels. For the longest time, I thought manifestation just wasn't working for me. I started doubting myself, wondering if maybe I just wasn't meant to attract the life I dreamed of. But here's the truth. It wasn't that manifestation didn't work, it was that I was missing one key habit. And today, I'm going to share that number one manifestation habit that changed everything for me. This is the habit that helped me go from feeling stuck and frustrated to manifesting opportunities, financial breakthroughs, and deep self-confidence. This is the habit that took me from just wishing for my dream life to actually living it. And guess what? It's simple. By the end of this episode, you'll not only know what it is, but you'll also have a clear, step-by-step plan to use it in your own life starting today. And because I want you to take real action, I put together a free manifestation and self-growth guide filled with journal prompts, book recommendations, and tools to help you stay consistent with this habit. So stick around, because this episode is going to be a game changer. Segment 1. My manifestation struggles. Deep personal story. I want to take you back to a moment that completely shifted my perspective on manifestation. It was late at night, maybe around 1 a.m., and I was sitting in my room staring at my vision board. I had spent hours on that thing, cutting out pictures from magazines, writing down affirmations, carefully arranging everything to look perfect. But as I sat there, looking at all the images of dream vacations, financial abundance, and a thriving business, I felt this overwhelming sense of frustration. Because deep down, I knew the truth. None of it felt real. It felt like something outside of me, like a fantasy that belonged to someone else, but not me. I had done all the right things, affirmations, visualization, even scripting, but nothing was happening. My bank account still looked the same. My confidence was still shaky, and I still felt like something was missing. I remember whispering to myself, "What am I doing wrong?" And that's when I started researching how successful manifestors, whether it was spiritual teachers, mindset coaches, or business leaders, brought their dreams to life. And I noticed something. They all had a journaling practice, not just random diary entries, but structured, intentional manifestation journaling. I was skeptical. Could writing things down really make a difference? But I had nothing to lose, so I decided to commit. I told myself, for the next 30 days, I will write my desires into existence. And let me tell you, what happened next blew my mind. Segment 2. The number one manifestation habit that changed my life. So, what is the habit that completely shifted my manifestation journey? Manifestation journaling. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, "Oh, I've heard this before," let me tell you, the way I use journaling is different. And once I changed my approach, my results changed too. Let me explain. For the longest time, I was treating manifestation like a passive process. I would visualize, I would say my affirmations, I would daydream about my goals. But I wasn't actively creating my reality. Think about it. If you were designing the blueprint for your dream house, would you just think about it occasionally? No. You'd write it down. You'd sketch it out. You'd add details. You'd refine it. And that's exactly what manifestation journaling does. It creates a blueprint for your reality. I realized that the universe responds to clarity and commitment. The clearer you are about your desires, the faster they show up. And when you write something down, it signals to your subconscious mind that this is a real intention, not just a passing thought. When I started journaling daily, I realized I needed structure. I needed the right prompts, a space to track my progress, and guidance on how to stay consistent. That's exactly why I created the Manifestation and Self-Growth Guide. It's designed to help you get clarity on your desires, shift your mindset, and keep your manifestations on track. If you've ever struggled with staying consistent or knowing what to write, this guide will make it easy for you. Asterisk. To grab your free copy, check in description. Why writing things down is so powerful. Let's talk science for a moment. When you write things down, something incredible happens in your brain. It's called encoding. 1. Encoding is the process of sending information from short-term memory to long-term memory. Writing helps lock your desires into your subconscious, which is where manifestation truly begins. 2. Your reticular activating system, RAS, the filter in your brain that determines what you focus on, becomes trained to notice opportunities, people, and resources that align with your desires. 3. Studies show that people who write their goals down are 42% more likely to achieve them than those who don't. That's almost halfway to success just by putting pen to paper. When I started writing my manifestations every single day, I noticed huge shifts. 1. I stopped feeling confused about what I wanted. 2. I started seeing synchronicities everywhere. 3. I felt more confident, like my dreams were already on their way. 4. I started attracting the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances. And that's when I realized writing isn't just an act, it's a declaration to the universe. Segment 3, real-life proof that journaling works. I know this might still sound too simple to be true, but let me share some real proof with you. My personal manifestation story. When I committed to manifestation, journaling daily, my life started to change in ways I never expected. I was at a point where things felt stuck, financially, emotionally, even creatively. I had a vision of where I wanted to be, but no clear path to get there. I decided to get serious about journaling. Every single day, I wrote in my journal, I am financially free. Opportunities flow to me easily. I am surrounded by abundance and success. At first, it felt repetitive, but then things started happening. Within weeks, unexpected financial breakthroughs appeared. I started getting offers and collaborations I never imagined. My mindset completely shifted. I felt powerful, in control, and magnetic. And once I saw those results, I knew journaling is the missing piece for so many people. But I'm not the only one who has experienced this. Let's look at some incredible success stories. Let's start with one of the most famous manifestation journaling stories in Hollywood. Jim Carrey's $10 million check story. Jim Carrey, yes. The famous actor was completely broke when he first moved to Hollywood. He struggled to land acting roles, and for years, he was barely surviving. But he had an unshakable belief in himself. He took a blank check, wrote $10 million for acting services rendered on it, and dated it 5 years into the future. Then every single day, he would visualize himself cashing that check. He would journal about what his life would be like when he finally achieved his dream. And guess what? 5 years later, he landed a lead role in Dumb and Dumber. And his paycheck? Exactly $10 million. That's the power of writing things into existence. Have you ever tried writing your dreams into existence? Pause this episode and write down one big goal right now. Oprah Winfrey's journaling practice. Another legendary manifesto? Oprah Winfrey. She has spoken countless times about how she journals her desires before they happen. One of her biggest manifestation moments came when she wrote in her journal, "I want to be in a movie that inspires people. I want to work with Steven Spielberg." She had no acting experience at the time, but she believed it. She wrote it down. She felt it. Months later, she received a call, offering her a role in the movie The Color Purple, directed by Steven Spielberg. She hadn't even auditioned. This is why journaling is so powerful. It creates alignment. The Harvard study on goal writing. If you're thinking, okay, but this only works for celebrities, let me give you some solid scientific proof. In 1979, Harvard conducted a study on goal setting. They interviewed students and found 84% of them had no specific goals. 13% had goals but didn't write them down. 3% had clear, written goals. 10 years later, they followed up with these students. And here's what they found. The 13% who had goals but didn't write them down were earning twice as much as those without goals. The 3% who had clear, written goals, they were earning 10 times more than the other 97% combined. Let that sink in. The simple act of writing your goals literally determines your level of success. My listener's manifestation success story. I recently received a DM from a listener of this podcast who started using manifestation journaling after hearing one of my episodes. She had been struggling financially for months. She was exhausted from working multiple jobs, and nothing seemed to be improving. Then she decided to fully commit to daily journaling. She wrote down her dream financial situation every single day in present tense. I am so grateful that I have a high-paying job that I love. Money flows to me effortlessly. I am financially secure and abundant. At first, nothing happened, but she kept going, and within 3 weeks, she received an unexpected job offer with double the salary she was making before. She hadn't even been actively searching for it. She literally wrote her success into existence. And so can you. If you're ready to manifest faster and with more clarity, grab your free manifestation and self-growth guide. Inside, you'll get heavy checkmark journaling exercises to shift your mindset. Heavy checkmark my top book recommendations for manifestation. Heavy checkmark printable planner pages to help you stay consistent. To download your free resources, check our description. Also, let's connect and join our community. Follow me on Instagram for daily affirmations and manifestation. And if this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who needs a manifestation breakthrough. You are the creator of your reality. So start writing your dreams into existence.